Who's to blame for what's going on?
Well, ultimately, the government of Israel, then followed by the United States with their enabling. None of this action these attacks would be taking place if Israel was treating the Palestinian people with decency, with respect, and in accordance with international law, but they're not. They are committing genocide, and the Houthis are the only country in the world that has stood up to Israel to say, this has got to stop, and we're going to try to stop you best we can. I mean, they're a poor country, but they have, as we've learned, a very robust system of drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles. And the fact, it was the fact that the Houthis could penetrate this supposedly invulnerable air defense system. It sends a real clear message that if the Houthis can do that, just imagine what Iran could do to Israel. And so Israel just better, they walk around with their arrogance and, oh, we're so good and nobody's can beat us, and just self-delusional nonsense. Hopefully they wake up now and go, oh, wait a second, we are very, very vulnerable. So this, the failure of this system, I was even listening to Jack Keane a little bit ago, and even he admitted it was a complete failure. So, when you got somebody who's as delusional as that man conceding that it was a failure.
How do you find the possibility of going underground to fight Houthis? It seems that the intelligence, they're not receiving any sort of intelligence, and they cannot fight Houthis effectively in Yemen.
Did you say go underground or go on the ground?
On the ground.
On the ground. Yeah. It's called, that'd be, Yemen would be Arabic for quagmire. Okay. It would be a disaster for the United States. The United States militarily really isn't in a position to gather up the number of troops that would be required to try to take control of that country and to go in and destroy missile sites underground. I can imagine they may try to come up with a couple of special operations raids to go in and attack, but even then they're likely to lose people.